keen to get a good start. They're away, off and racing for the Rewards for Racing Novices Handicap chase over 2.5 miles here, 17 fences. Good start by Up to Something on the inside there in the red and yellow jacket. Will touch down with a narrow lead. Present View is right up there as well, as is Pendra, and Lazy wider out in the cheek pieces, probably now in fact just showing in front as they go towards the second. Attaglance is wider still in a good position as they all took that first fence okay. Jersey Sound and King Vuvuzela held up in joint last place, and as they go across the track now, Dennis O'Regan, Lazy leads them to the third fence as Festive Affair has to settle for second at the moment. He's normally a front runner. Up in third then is Up to Something with Attaglance on the outside of Pendra. Then on the inside, black with the yellow seams, is Grandad's Horse. Ahyaknowyerself and Many Rivers to Cross just hunting up these leaders with Close House behind him. Persian Snow, Ohio Gold, last year's third, is sitting in the middle of the field just in front of Eric, the top weight, as the runners head down the hill now. Good 15 lengths would separate first and last. Amongst those held up at the back are Art of Logistics, Guard Fort. Also towards the rear is Bywise as well, and Jersey Sound likewise with King Vuvuzela as they go over that first fence in the home straight. That was fence number 4 here. So Lazy will lead them towards the fifth with an advantage of a couple of lengths then over Festive Affair in second. A mistake, jolting mistake by Ohio Gold there, and he did well, Joe Tizard, to not get knocked out of the saddle. It's knocked him back a bit through the inside though, and they make their way now back onto the course proper with Lazy setting what looks like a pretty decent pace here. From Festive Affair, the near side, they're being tracked then by Up to Something on the rail with Grandad's Horse, his stable companion, taking it together in fourth with Attaglance on the outside. Then comes Many Rivers to Cross. Persian Snow, Close House with Present View, and Pendra is getting a good view of this next fence just in front of him. On the inside, Erect with together there with Guard Fort and Art of Logistics, Bywise, Tony Starr, Jersey Sound, King Vuvuzela, and Ohio Gold has dropped off the tail now following that very bad error as the runners head up the hill towards fence number 8. Lazy then from Festive Affair as they go towards it now. Eric's made a real blunder there at the back of the field, Barry Geraghty, and slightly hampered Art of Logistics. Will certainly put him off a bit anyway, but they're heading down the hill with Lazy, Festive Affair, and Up to Something. Grandad's Horse is handy in fourth place. Attaglance, the former festival winner with Many Rivers to Cross, is next as they take the downhill fence there where Close House blundered his way over that there, just chasing the leaders, just affected his momentum just a little bit. Persian Snow on the inside. Eric seems to be under a bit of pressure to maintain his position now as they go across the water jump. At the back of the field, Tony Starr and King Vuvuzela as they begin to come to the open ditch. Ohio Gold, not surprisingly, has been pulled up before going out on this final circuit. So the open ditch now, and Festive Affair has taken over from Lazy, who's lost a few positions. Attaglance on the outside. Present View is getting a great view of the next fence for young Brendan Powell wide. He's made up good progress as they take the last fence on this part of the course. Also going pretty well behind them is Pendra and A.P. McCoy in the white cap for J.P. McManus. Guard Fort's on the move with Close House on the outside of Ahyaknowyerself and Many Rivers to Cross. Here's the open ditch at the top of the hill. It's 4 out here. Festive Affair taken on by Present View. Attaglance behind the bad mistake. Guard Fort, that's ended his chance surely. Knocked him right back out of a challenging position. Reaching the top of the hill now, Pendra now moves up on the outside of Attaglance to tackle 5th place. So they're about to head down the hill towards the final 3 fences here in the Rewards for Racing Novices Handicap chase. Festive Affair, Present View, Pendra, and then on the inside, still there with every chance, is Up to Something. Eric has been pulled up by the way, never going, and they make their way down towards the third last here with Festive Affair holding a narrow advantage. Present View, Pendra, wider out. Ahyaknowyerself is getting right into it too. Bad mistake by Close House when he needed a good one, but he looks beaten now. They're coming down the hill. They've still got a fair run before they leave the ground again over the last 2 fences, and Present View is going great guns for Brendan Powell and takes over from Festive Affair. Here's Pendra and A.P. McCoy. Then Ahyaknowyerself. Persian Snow is trying to get into it. So too is Attaglance. Straightening up for the judge. 2 more fences to go. Present View the one to catch. Here's the second last. Present View. Good leap from the inside. Pendra is staging a great rally. Ahyaknowyerself is next, then Attaglance and Persian Snow. The final fence now. Present View taken on. Pendra blundered. Oh, that surely cost him it. Present View out in front here, but a strong challenge from Attaglance trying to get up the inside. The gate, his door is locked on him there, and he was hampered. His Present View galloping onto the line. Present View from the rallying Attaglance. Present View first past the post from Attaglance in second. Back in third was Pendra. Ahyaknowyerself. Bywise stayed on for fifth, and then Persian Snow. Many rivers to cross next.
On the day he rode his first festival winner last year, Brendan Powell has repeated the trick this time for Jamie Snowden on Present View, an improving young horse. He wins this at 8-1. In second is Attaglance. We should take a look at the head-on to find out what happened there between Brian Hughes and Brendan Powell. Brian Hughes looked as though the door was shut on him as he was coming with the challenge on the Malcolm Jesterson trained Attaglance. Third was Pendra for Tony McCoy and Charlie Longson, and fourth Ahyaknowyerself for Sam Twiston-Davis and Dr. Richard Newland. They're approaching the last.
They are, and it's a mistake by Pendra when he was in second place. I think he didn't just quite get up the hill as a result of that, and Attaglance has tried to challenge on the inside at Oscar Delta Junction, and it's had to switch around and is closing down, and well, it always worked for him over hurdles. It's just never quite worked for him over fences yet. There is an inquiry.
Serious inquiry. It'd be good to see the head on. And low, here it is. Well, that's a bit late. I wonder whether we can go in it slightly earlier than that, because that's after the initial moves have been made. Present View is just hanging to his left. Is it a switch, or is it trying to make the best of Attaglance hanging that has ended up with Brian Hughes where he is?
Well, I don't know. Let's just have we need the sort of head on from here, hopefully. I mean, he's 2 lengths in front of Attaglance here. Attaglance has tried to go up. He sort of thought about it, didn't he, Brian Hughes, and then decided the inside. The route gets chopped off. He is closing down near the finish, but he's obviously never quite going to get there.
We've got a longer head on, which we can show you. Here we are. They're rounding the turn. 2 jumps to go.
Here we go. And I mean, Pendra is obviously still challenging, as Ahyaknowyerself. Persian Snow got chopped off.
Ooh, a nasty fall from Guardfort at the back there. I hope he's okay.
Yeah. Right. This is the moment. He has drifted across, clearly, but I think the jockey on the runner-up has made the wrong move to go there. Yeah, I bet he wishes he'd just stuck to the outside.
Steve?
Yeah, it is definitely a gradual drift across, and undoubtedly the momentum has been stopped by Attaglance. It would be very harsh, I think, to find him severely at fault. He is gradually angling across, and you think that it was the wrong tactic to go out there for a run up the rail, wasn't it? I mean, he was a length and a half behind when it started, and he went for a run which was a gap which was closing, and it's half a length at the line. It's pretty hard to argue. I think that it's definitely cost him the race.
I wonder if we can have that head on again. It would be handy. Everybody will have their views about the closing stages. Pendra, it was a critical error from him at the last. Ahyaknowyerself has proved himself to be well handicapped over fences. This is his best run over the larger obstacles yet. Pick up Attaglance.